Video stopped recording for some reason. I wasn't saying anything useful anyway, but I don't think my battery would be full. Or not my battery, my SD card. If you're new to riding, anything like gravel or beat up blacktop or dirt, the worst thing you can do when you're getting to like ruts or uneven ground, don't tense up and start yanking back and forth on the handlebars. Just find a nice little gap to get through stuff and just go smooth. Take a straight shot. And a lot of the time you'll fall if you slow down too much. Something that you could smoothly just bounce on through. When you go too slow, it throws you out of balance and you'll go down. I haven't laid this thing down yet. Been riding pretty carefully. I did leave on my bike and realized I forgot something at home. So I parked in the yard, threw the kickstand down, started going up the steps, and I heard plunk. My bike sunk up in the dirt, and my left handlebar was buried in the ground. I don't think it damaged anything. My left handle might be slightly bent back towards my body, just a fraction of an inch, maybe. Looks like somebody tried to cut that tree with an axe. I'll shut up and let you enjoy the view. I'm going to try to edit this video to maybe not even be just like one continuous ride. Still stiff. This curve coming up around this bend is probably one of the steepest curves I've ever seen on a highway. Not this one, but the next one. This one's pretty steep in itself though. This thing is crazy. The way it pitches out too is a little odd. Now I know most people would probably hit that a little faster, but the way it actually leans you out from the center, which is an odd feeling on a bike, to be leaned out in an inside turn. think one of the most dangerous things on a bike, especially riding in the country, is when you have a gravel driveway that comes down to the highway or the road. Those gravel get pushed out onto the blacktop, and in a turn that is really dangerous because you'll lose traction on the gravel. So that's one thing I always look for when I'm riding, is where driveways meet blacktop. Getting a little windier out here today. The past week we've had some warm evenings, but after work it was just too windy to even ride. I don't like being blown too hard. I'm gonna wait on this guy. This part of the road right through here is like chip and seal. It's like a little rough. Some of this looks like blacktop. Yep, when I get a warm weekend, the first trip I'm gonna make is to Red River Gorge. I'll have to check out the weather. I don't know if I want to do like a one-night camp trip over there. Because in the springtime it does get a little cold at night still. But it's beautiful over there. I'm excited to be able to ride there and to get it on video. They blacktopped that road, but this one is not in the best shape out through here. It's like hedgerows almost. Another parkway crossing. This one's a little bit more discreet. That type of riding on, that very low traffic, but I don't like that much blacktop under me. Take my time. This hill's a little slick with it's got the blacktop with the gravel on top of it. The first gear is a little jerky on this thing. Just a little bit. As far as like, maybe riding around your yard, giving it as little as you can, you can go between 5 and 7 miles an hour, kind of just putting without stalling it, which is more than enough to maneuver in most situations. That's one thing I love about it, the lower gearing. I believe the X is a little bit differently geared than the CB500F or the CB500R, because they take into account off-roading, so it has a higher gear or a lower gear displacement, I believe. The thing I realized about Honda bikes, the gearing is a little odd. Like, first gear you usually got up to around 10 miles an hour, second gear 20, 25, third gear 30, 35, then on up from there. And then after I get to 60, I'm in 6th gear all the way up to, as fast as I'm going. I believe there's probably better ways to dispose of tires instead of throwing them in a creek, but, some people are ignorant. This is the same creek that I came to earlier with the slick bottom. Right around this bend where I'm going is actually the road that went through the creek that I didn't take. My camera's already on 33%. Huh. It's a little low. We're not too far from home. Beautiful day. The weather's going to change pretty drastically in the next 4 to 6 weeks. I am looking forward to the warm weather. Now, if I could just get more time off from work to ride during the week would be nice, but I'm going to attempt to listen to some music. I don't know if it'll put it on the video or not. But that's one of my favorite things to do, is to listen to music while I ride. I'll go ahead and show you where this part of the road meets the creek, if it ain't too rough. Actually, there is a ditch that crosses the road up here that's washed out pretty bad, and there's nowhere to turn around in front of it. This isn't it, there's a worse one. So I'm gonna pop over this, then turn around. Shit. You know, I'm used to dirt bikes and dual sports. This bike has a little bit more weight than those. I think a CRF 450 RL weighs somewhere around 289. And this is, you know, double that pretty much. Which is still a small bike, but I think something to get used to. Skip song. Here we go. I enjoy going up this hill. Probably a little steeper than it looks in the video. That's usually how it goes. And yet again, we have some blacktop with gravel kind of scattered on it, some spots. Ooh. Boom, boom, boom. My Spotify playlist is very random and vast. Got a little bit of everything. I know I've talked a lot in this video. I was just excited to make a new one. Bird chickens. I got up to 75 right there, very easily. Very happy with the motor or the engine. And this is that original crossing that I crossed earlier. Just made a big loop. Cat in the road. this is where I'm going to conclude the video. I enjoyed this little ride today. I may try to ride a few evenings this week, and hopefully this weekend coming up, it'll be warm enough I can maybe do a Saturday all-day ride somewhere cool, maybe Daniel Boone National Forest, or at least go to Wolf Creek Dam and around there. But thanks you guys for watching. There is definitely more videos to come. If you have any suggestions for video content as far as riding, places to go in Kentucky, Tennessee, or other content, like I said, my hobbies are firearms. I like hunting, fishing, hiking, video games, you name it. Even give me topics of discussion to discuss while I ride and add that to the video. Share my 2 cents on things.